Happy New Day. Happy New Day. It is a great day to be alive. It is a sacred space to be in together in this early rise. In this early rise, I greet you with that today on this amazing day. I am Oracle Mother Yanis Lamel, NutriPrime Supreme, 1216 of the Messiah Code Movement, and at the Walu Tribe. I greet you with that today on this amazing day in this sacred space that we are connected together in this wholeness, that we are all connected together, because great things are happening within us, and great things are changing within us, and great things are happening within our world, and great things are happening within those that are connected to us. So there are great things that are manifesting within our reality. There are great things that we are changing from within. There are great things that we are creating in our reality as we are allowing ourselves to expand and to expect to create, as we are allowing ourselves to trust, allowing ourselves to walk in those areas in our life, knowing that we are the master, knowing that we are the creator of our reality, as well as knowing that we are the ancestors of this now present moment, in this energy that we are flowing in. I am love. I give love. I receive love. I accept love. I am walking in abundance. I am fulfilling my purpose. I am connected to all. Unconditional love is my guide. There is one truth, one law. I create. I am a divine being having a divine human experience here in the heart on planet Earth. I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. This is the greatest day of your life. This is the greatest day of your life. The moment that you open your eyes and you gave gratitude, the moment that you felt the breath, the life, the source, the life force flowing through you, you was giving gratitude. It is the greatest day of your life. You have the opportunity to create it to be how you wanted it to be. You got 24 hours to, within this reality, to live it to the fullest, to give all that you have, to create your abundance, to create your heaven on earth. This is the greatest time of your life, to look within, to not take the road of the blame, but take the road of gratitude. Take the road of gratitude, not the road of blame, not the road of self-pity, but the road of love, the road of peace, the road of joy, the road of happiness. That's the road to take on this journey in your life, is that you understand that I'm not a victim, but I'm a creator, and that the very space that I'm in, I'm going to use it to give gratitude for what I am, for where I am, and where I am going. I'm going to use every moment, every second, every minute that I have to give gratitude. I'm going to use the positive words that I speak to plant seeds within my garden. This is the best day of my life. When I wake up, this is the best day of my life. No matter how I feel, no matter what I've been thinking, this is the best day of my life. I expect great things to happen in my life. I expect great things to happen in my life. I expect great things to happen in my life. No matter what my circumstances, I may be in a shelter, wherever I may be, but this is the greatest day of my life. I'm going to use it because the breath in my life, the breath is in my body, within me. I am still breathing. I am still alive. So I'm going to give gratitude for being able to be in this sacred space now. I am giving gratitude to be in this sacred space now, and to be able to use what I have, and to use what is within me. Source is within me. So therefore, I am using that to the fullest of my ability to have the best time, the best experience, the greatest opportunity within my life. 747, 24/7, 361 degrees. We operate from the dot. And today we are operating from the dot. This is the best day of your life. This is the best day of your life. How many of us can just take that opportunity to say, this is the best day of my life? Allowing myself. Allowing. Today is the best day of my life. Everything in my world is operating differently. It is operating for me. So today, I give gratitude for Source, the source that all things exist from. The very drop in the sea and the ocean exists from that drop. And from that drop came everything that made up the ocean, that made the rivers, that made the streams. It is within that source, that I breathe. The trees exist. The sun exists because of Source. From this source, all life comes from. The breath, the heart, the liver, the kidneys. Every part of my body exists because of the Source. All living things exist because it comes from the Source. I give gratitude that you exist because of the Source. The moon, the wind, the air, the fires, the grass, the earth exists because of Source. The moon is Source. The grass is Source. The trees are Source. The earth is Source. You are Source. We've come from Source, so we are Source. We give gratitude for this day of opportunity to live, to move, to have our being, to be thankful, to accept, to create our life. We are so amazing for this opportunity to be here and just present, to love, to give love, to receive love, to accept love, to walk in abundance, to fulfill our purpose, to connect to all. Unconditional love is our guide. There's one truth, one law. We create. We are divine beings having divine experience here in the heart on planet Earth. We are whole. We are perfect. We are strong. We are powerful. We are loving. We are harmonious. We are happy. The very blood that's within our body is source. Everything in our DNA is source. Our heartbeat to the rhythm of the earth, source. Every step that we make, we're energy, frequency, and vibration source. All that has existed, all that is existing, all that will exist is all existing now source. With gratitude for that, knowing that all is source. All is source. We enter into the gates with thanksgiving, into the courts with praise. We are thankful and gratitude for the name of Source. There are many names that are given to Source. But when we say Source, it is fullness of Source. Source is what gives us the life. So we don't have to be caught up on name. So we say Source. Great love. Always acknowledging our team and energies in this space now. Archangels, guardian angels, spirit guides, ancestors of the higher realm, 24 elders, ascending masters, animal totems, fairy energies, unicorn energies, dragon energies, all that are assisting us now. Grandma Charlotte, Grandma Rosa, Mother Yair, all that are assisting us now in this sacred space now. We are open. We're an open channel for Source to flow through. All the orishas that are assisting us now. We're an open channel for it all to flow through. Let us flow in your love that we are wholeness today. We also acknowledge the prime. Salutation to the prime. Gratitude for all the messiahs that are walking this path. Those that picked up the phone. Ashe. Ashe on this amazing space. Ashe in this amazing master's mansion in this space. Ashe. Let us acknowledge the breath. Let us do the breath. Breathe in 3, release. Breathe in 3, hold for 3, release for 3 cycles. Through the nose, release through the mouth. We are wholeness today. We're connected in wholeness. Wholeness, wholeness. Let us go. Through the nose. Let's begin. Wholeness, 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 wholeness. Happy New Day to everyone that's on the podcast, that are on the live, that are on Facebook, Messiah Code, and YouTube. It is an amazing space to be in with you on this journey. that we are connected together in wholeness, that we are in evolution, how to keep um, your garden growing, how to keep grounded, how to keep growing, how to keep growing, how to keep moving, how to keep manifesting, how to walk in your abundance, how to understand that from every seed that you plant, it's growing. The garden is expanding from the very thoughts that you have. Your garden is expanding through things that you explore. Your garden is expanding through the reading that you read. Your garden is expanding through words that you manifest through your reality, through the words that you speak. Your garden is expanding. When you step outside of your comfort zone, your garden is expanding. It is expanding as you walk in this newness of life. Your garden is expanding as it expanding as you are walking into every area in your life. It is expanding. This is the greatest day of your life. This is the greatest opportunity that you have within your experience. 24 hours you have to live it to your fullest. Live it to your fullest. Take every opportunity you have to use it to the best, to allow your energy to create your reality, to live your life to the fullest. Step wholeheartedly into your abundance on this day, on this amazing day. I am Oracle Mother Yanis Lamel, Nutra Prime Supreme, 1216 of the Messiah Code Movement and the Thuwalu Tribe. It is an amazing space to connect with each and every last one of you souls. Every one of your souls, you are messiahs. We are messiahs. We are leaders, savior of a particular group with a cause. We are one that preparation for war. We are one that create our reality. We are one that manipulates our own energy. We are one that is prepared for whatever it is that we face in our life. That we are not one that is off guard, but we are in formation to handle any and everything that we have created in our reality. So we are creators of our reality. We are source energy in the physical body, and we are source energy that's having the experience. God is the experience, and God is having the experience within us. And so as we are having the experience, we are evolution, how to keep growing. Your thoughts create your reality. Your thoughts are creating your reality. From every thought, every seed is planted in your garden. And from your garden that you are planting the seeds in your garden, there is growth and there is lessening. There is growth and there is regrowth within that reality. It is a happy new day on this day. Happy new day. It is a happy new day. Every day is a happy new day. Every day of your life is a happy new day. Waking up with joy, waking up with peace, waking up with excitement. What is it that I can do today to make a difference in my world? How can I be of service to the universe? How can I be of service to humanity? Because what I am and all that I am is love. And all love is within me. So let us go. Let us walk together. Let us link up together in wholeness. I am so excited that we are all here together as family, connected together in wholeness. We all answered the call. We all picked up the phone. We all decided that this is the greatest moment in our life to change. To change. Change is good. Change is good. Actually, change is great. Ha! Change is great. So walk with me on this journey. Oh, I still have it up there. Oh, let me see if I can move this. And I meant to move this one. actually are on the we are actually on the wife and the left arm, which is the throne and the scepter. So I have let me put my glasses on. I have a lot up here. Let me see. We're going to get there, but there we go. Here we go. All right. Let me get this off my screen. There we go. The wife. We're still talking about the female Messiah, as well as because we're going up a lot of different areas on this bill right here. And so in this bill, we're still talking about the universal laws as well. We want to come understanding that how everything holds together. The wife, the left arm of the female Messiah, and her colors are black and white. And you're saying that we've already reviewed this, but we've reviewed it in an area to where we must understand that information, that areas in our life that we are connecting. I say connecting the dots, connecting how as the role of the wife in our life of today. And so the tool of weapons is the throne and the scepter, and function of authority, structure, wisdom, core attributes, covenant, discernment, emotional maturity, grievance, righteous leadership. And so in life, there are times in life that many, you look at the structure of family, and looking at the structure of family, you find that in the house, there may be mothers or maybe wife, or in the house, there's different family structure to the wife and the mother are in the same house, or the sister or the daughter all in the same house. But there is where the structure to where the wife and the mother or the sister or the daughter may have an issue to where they are not getting along, or they are not able to understand authority with each other. And so on this journey, on this path that we're talking about, is the wife represents the throne and the scepter. And when she represents the throne and the scepter, understanding authority. But you have to understand that the authority that she has is not the authority to override the mother. This is what one must understand. The wife doesn't take on the position that she overrides the mother, but the mother is not taking the position that she's overriding the wife either. They both are understanding that each one holds a value position within the body of the Messiah. And so we, as in the body of the female Messiah, are understanding that, in each position, the wife holds a position to where she understands that she's the left arm. You're the left arm. And so therefore, as the left arm, we understand that the throne and the scepter, understand what the throne represents, what your scepter represents in this position. And so the authority, structure, wisdom, core attributes, covenant, discernment, emotional maturity, that in our life journey, that we're talking about the wife energy. And the wife energy, understanding we can talk about the wife energy in the physical form, the wife energy in the spiritual form, to understand that where you are in leadership, in righteous leadership, because as the wife, it requires you to be understanding righteous leadership, because there are many forms, many different around the world. The wife holds many different positions in, like we'd say, in the Middle East, around the country, and different religions. The wife holds a different position. She's looked at as different, she's subject to different things that she's required to do, and as the wife. But we're talking about the wife, the left arm, the female Messiah, and how much power we hold in this energy in the body of the female Messiah. So there are 5 stones, black stones and white, that correspond with the wife, and we know that. So let's just take a look. We reviewing and we talking, but the wife holds such a powerful position in your life. And we're not talking, you may not be a wife, but you are operating in the energy of the wife. And so let's see this, because the throne and the scepter, you are in the authority position that, okay, you're the leader in your home, you're the leader in your whatever relationship that you may be in. We have to understand that you operating in authority with righteous leadership. You must understand this position, because this is the energy that we are operating in. Black honesty. You can see the throne, stones. See the spiritual power, discipline. And that is one area in our life that many wives and many of the female have trouble with discipline, because of I'm the first wife or I'm the wife, and that is a problem that many wives have stepped over when it comes down to the mother, or the mother takes her energy to overstep that position of the wife. And so discipline, endurance, command, boundaries, and focus, resolve. We must understand that in the body of the Messiah, there is wholeness. Each one of us hold a valuable position. So we have the right arm, the left arm, the right leg, and the left arm, and the mother is the head, which is the pen and the paper. So we must understand that if you having, and I say this, if you having trouble with you're married as the wife, if you having trouble with the mother, now you understand why you would be having trouble with the mother, because the mother is the one that has the holds what? The pen and the paper, and she is the head. And that is what's been happening in the body, that many that have gotten married, they don't want to have anything to do with the mother. And then the mother says, I don't want to have anything to do with the wife, because I can't stand the wife, blah, blah, blah. But really, it's a lot deeper than what we have really understood. That it's a lot deeper. It goes a lot deeper with having to understand energy, having to understand beyond it's not that you don't like her. It is still having to do with the energy and what position in the body of the Messiah, that female Messiah, that she stands for, and that according to operating in the position in which you hold, it requires discipline. And so that's why many of the relationship between the mother and the wife are not as strong as it should be, is because of the in the body of the female Messiah is the position. And so a lot of the wife don't want to take I don't want to call it order, but not understanding the teachings that the mother is presenting to the wife in the position. So we understand that the wife, discipline, endurance, command, boundary, and focus, resolve. And so as this position, you have to have this in order to understand the position. If you're not operating in discipline, because we're comparing it to the physical, and we're comparing it to the spiritual. So the wife in the physical, you can look out at the wife in the physical, how they operate, and many of them operate into not humbleness or not respect for the mother. And you understand why that is, because it requires you to have this. It requires you to operate in the energy. It requires you to operate with discipline, endurance, and command. And many of that's why you have where the wife don't want to have anything to do with the mother, because they lack this. They lack all of that. They lack discipline. They lack endurance. They lack command. They lack boundaries and focus to resolve. They're many looking outside. They're looking out of lenses that are fogged up, instead of the lenses of source, that with guidance to understand how the pen and the paper is guidance for you. The pen and the paper is guidance for you in your position that you hold in the female Messiah. So black honesty anchors the wife in her covenant. And so understanding that when most of them get married, when the excuse me, when the wife get married, she said, "Oh, he's mine now." And so when it was like she wants him to cut off relationship with the mother. But the thing is, a man doesn't have a great relationship with his mother, he's not going to have a great relationship with his wife. And so you must understand that the man that you are marrying, have married, must have a great relationship with the pen and the paper, which is the mother, in order to have a great relationship with you, which is the throne and the scepter. And so Black honesty anchors the wife in her covenant. So the covenant, in that she must be willing to understand, she must be willing to honor the mother. She must be willing to honor the mother. She must be willing to accept the mother. It shapes the structure of her will, forming an internal fortress that holds firm in chaos. She governs by discipline, not emotion. Her presence alone reorders confusion. And that is walking and understanding that the guidelines that are the guide are the teachings that the husband has been brought up. She must be willing to honor, and she must be willing to accept that those teachings, that the way that the mother has brought her son up to end the great teachings of source, and that be willing to carry that on, because she's the throne and the scepter. Not to say, "Oh, he's mine, we're married now," and then throw that out of the door. And that is where many of relationships are not bonded together. Many of the relationships are not bonded together because they lack the respect of the mother, or the mother lacks the respect of the wife. And so this is a good step for those that are getting ready to get married. But those are things that you must first understand before you step into the wife position, to understand what it really is, what position you hold in the female Messiah, and how you are of great power that you hold in the position of the female Messiah as the wife. She governs by discipline. It takes great discipline and not emotions. That, you know, how the wife, and it's like a game, wife plays the husband against the mother, and the mother plays the son against the wife. So you understand that it has to do with this energy, and that you actually supposed to balance this out, because each one of you hold a value position in the female Messiah. She governs by discipline, not emotion. Her presence alone reorders confusion. Here it is, the scriptural alignment, Genesis 2:12. And the goal of the land is good. There is Bethlehem and the Oxy stone. The stone is rooted in the land of Havilah, a place of divine wealth and provision. Providing. Her presence is provision. So in your life, on this journey, this is how we look at the marriage. When we talk about the marriage of the Messiah, when we talk about New Jerusalem coming down, he's coming back for his bride. So we talk about the spiritual wife, and we're talking about the physical wife. We must understand that these parts in our life that we hold in the physical, we also hold them in the spiritual. We also hold them in the spiritual, because each one of these positions hold us into growth in our life journey. On our life journey, we make decisions that expand our garden. So every thought that we have had, and every seed is a seed that we are planting in the garden. That we understand that we're not playing the role to where we're playing each other against each other. No, we're holding up that position to what we hold as the wife, the left arm, the throne, and the scepter, understanding the great leadership that the mother is passing that scepter to her daughter-in-law, which is the wife. She's passing it to her on the throne and the scepter, but she is not one to put the mother away, but no, she's passing it on to you. Ashe in that. Let's get back. Moonstone. And you can see the moonstone. Here's a moonstone. Let me get on my screen. Moonstone. This is a moonstone. I keep one here on my desk. So in life, we go through so many different changes in the female Messiah. But the greatest thing in life is for us to know our position, to know where we are, to know what position we are in our life journey. And many of us, I got to get back to where I was. Many of us, might help if I put my glasses on. Many of us are in that position in life that where, hold on a minute. My thing went all the way down to the bottom. Where did my thing go? Okay, I got it. Many of us in life, we face so many different challenges and not understanding the challenges that we face in life. If you look at it and say, well, I'm having trouble with my mother-in-law. And now you understand why you're having trouble with your mother-in-law, because you lack the discipline. You lack the discipline, the discipline as the wife in the part of the female Messiah. And so there's not really anything wrong with you or wrong with your mother-in-law. It is the understanding that the position you hold in the female Messiah, and that it is a position that requires you to understand the leadership role in that. It's not you comparing yourself to the world. Don't compare yourself to the world as the wife in the world. Compare yourself to source, the wife in source, and the energy. And so the moonstone, spiritual power, rhythm, feminine insight, sacred cycle, visionary, timing, emotional mastery. It's just like the divine masculine, divine feminine. So balancing that out, understanding that you hold a great value in the position in the female Messiah. See, in the female Messiah, the wife, the body is not going to function without the wife. It's not going to function without the left arm. So the wife has to be in that position, or the mother. The body's not operating without the head, which is the mother. That's where the confusion comes about. And so that's how the illusional world has painted that picture. If I can keep the mother and the wife, at war against each other, then that can keep the body from functioning in rhythm. It could keep it from functioning in rhythm because it causes to be off balance. If I can keep confusion between the daughter and the sister, that'll keep the body from functioning from functioning balance. It'll keep you off balance. And so this is where we are restoring ourselves back. We are restoring ourselves back in the body of the female Messiah. It's like we're plucking up them old weeds that have been trying to choke out our seeds. And so we are planting new seeds in our garden, which brings about change, which brings about balance. And it's like, oh, y'all live in the same house and y'all get along together. Yes, we have a wonderful relationship. I respect my mother-in-law. I respect my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law respects her daughter-in-law or the wife. And so we're plucking up those old weeds that have been choking it out, have been choking out the relationship that we have had with each other, that we don't want to have the fellowship with each other. We don't want to go visit each other. My mother-in-law is this and my mother-in-law is that. I don't want to like her coming. I don't like her to come and visit. She tries to take over. But now we are able to pluck up or plant new seeds, how to keep our garden growing, how to ground ourselves, how to build a great relationship with our mother-in-law, how to build a great relationship with the wife, because the throne and the scepter, you're passing great value to her. You're passing everything that you receive everything that you receive. We have the daughter, we have the sister, now we have the wife. All the teaching that have been passed down through them is being passed down to the wife, the throne and the scepter. She holds a great position, but if she is so absurd with her authority that she is not remaining teachable, and that she taking that throne and that scepter to where nobody can tell her anything, nobody can say anything to her because she's the wife. No, she must understand that everything that has been passed down to her put her in that position to be able to sit on the throne and hold that righteous ruling as the scepter, that she speaks with authority, that she understands righteous ruling, righteous leadership. The moonstone refines the inner voice of the wife. She perceives patterns before they manifest and govern with precision. Her cycle is not weakness. It is her alignment with divine timing. And she understands that this is where you understand as to what you are in the position that you hold in life. So you compare that to the wife that's walking this earth, that the physical wife, and understand, you look at that and look out of the lenses of source and see yourself that way. Those that are wives, this cuts down on all the arguments. This cuts down on the bad relationship that you might have had with your mother-in-law. This cuts this down. It helps you build a stronger foundation with each other, because the wife is looking within herself. She's looking within herself and not judging from within out. No, she's looking within herself to heal herself, and she understands it is her alignment with divine timing that she holds this great position. This is a great position of honor to be in. Spiritual alignment. Psalm 104:19. He appointed the moon for season. She operates in appointed season ordained by wisdom beyond the serpents. White agate. So we see the white agate and understanding that. Look at that right there. I like that one. I think I have that one at home. The white agate. Very powerful stone. Operating in you the power, covenant, memory, anchored, presence, eternal, order, sacred, reflection, and legacy logic. White agate gives the wife the stillness that guards divine secret. And so if you can understand, as above, so below. All these positions that we hold, the mother, the daughter, the sister, the wife, the widow. So as above, so below. All of these positions are all spiritual positions in the female Messiah. And they are positions that we hold on the earth as well. But understanding, connecting both together. So the physical wife must understand the spiritual wife. And so because as the spiritual wife, as the Messiah, female Messiah, this helps her to understand her position, and not just compared to what the illusional world painted her, the picture, how she should walk, how she should talk, how she should carry herself. So understanding that, no, there is a more sacred position that you hold. There is more a sacred leadership position that you hold. There is a sacred position that you walk. There is a sacred position how you carry yourself. And the spiritual power, covenant, memory, anchored, present, eternal, order, sacred reflection, and legacy logic. The white agate gives the wife the stillness that guards divine secrets. She doesn't waver under pressure. Her loyalty forms an inner temple where truth rests untouched. It shows the power. It shows the ability for her to be still. It shows the ability for her to really understand who she is, and that how she carry herself shows that and it shows from the outside through the relationship that she has with the mother, or the relationship who she has with the other parts of the body of the female Messiah. Spiritual alignment, Exodus 28:19. The breastplate of judgment contained agate among the sacred stone set into the garment of divine authority. And she operates in that authority, not disrespecting, not disrespecting or not even trying to usurp her authority or trying to disrespect the mother, but she is in divine alignment with what the position that she holds. Ashe. She wears authority the way a priest carries fire. A graceful, respectful wife honors. She wears authority the way a priest carries fire, carefully but without fear. Snowflake Obsidian. I don't have mine up here. Self-revelation, ancestral insight, purification, integrity, grounded power. Snowflake Obsidian reveals what falsehood attempts to bury. The wife stands in full exposure, purified by her trials. Nothing manipulates her because nothing deceives her. And that is her understanding what has been passed down to her. As you are walking in your power, your authority, your inner knowing by your guides that are guiding you in your position in the female Messiah, understanding because nothing deceives you. You know the position that you are holding. You know the position that you are operating in. So your spiritual alignment, John 1:5, the light shines in darkness and the darkness has not overcome it. Her light was not given for display. It was born through endurance. So when we understand that, it is so important. My guides are saying that the position that we are in and the wife are operating in the wife is that we have to take off those illusional lenses. That's one thing. Getting rid of the illusional lenses, because the illusional lenses is what guides you in the way of outside yourself, and put on the what you call it, the lasers. The lenses are really self-examination to understand the spiritual part of you. Black tourmaline. Shielding, gatekeeping, energetic purity, discernment, covenant protection. And I'm gonna kind of go a little bit and start talking about myself as a wife. And this is very important. So I'm gonna steer just a little bit. We're gonna go back to this. But I feel that as a wife, it's very important that you understand spiritually. As a wife in the source, operating in the energy, operating in the spirit of source. So I'm a spiritual wife. I am a wife in the energy. I hold many positions: a mother, a sister, a daughter, a widow in the energy, in the body of the female Messiah. I hold all the positions. And understanding, first of all, in that relationship, you have to have the relationship with source. One cannot be a wife and not have the relationship with source. Many say God, many say Allah, many say whatever you want to say. But understanding that the position that you hold in the spirit is very important, because you operate in that of discernment. You operate in, because in this position, in the body of the Messiah that you operate in, you have to have discernment. You have to know when to pray, when to move, when not to pray, when what is needed to be done. And I do that all the time. So I'm comparing myself. I'm sharing what I do. I live a life to where I'm constantly walking, praying. I'm constantly saying affirmations. I'm constantly speaking positive words. I've been in a place to where I'm locked in. There's a word. I'm locked in. I'm zoned in on the positions that I operate in, because we operate in many of the positions in the female Messiah. And so you are operating in that and holding that position that you are called to operate in that time. There's not just one position that one person operates in the body of the female Messiah. We all operate in those different positions in that anointing. And so the wife energy we're talking about today is the wife energy. But one must understand that to have that, one must know themselves. I can't be a good wife, or I can't be the wife and say I'm the wife and I don't know who I am. I don't know the position that I am. I don't have a relationship with Source. I don't have a relationship with myself. I'm not understanding myself. I don't I don't know anything about myself. And I must know that about myself before I can even connect to anything else in the world. I must know myself. As you come out of the matrix, that is the first step, and you go directly into the book. In the books, that's where you begin to write about yourself. That in the books, you begin to learn about yourself. It is all the connection of you and the energy of who you are. That's the first thing. When you come out of the matrix, you go directly into the book to know yourself. Remember, you were in the matrix, and you engulfed in many books, many teaching, many doctrines when you were in the matrix. But the moment that you picked up the phone, you answered the call, you stepped out of the matrix, you're out of the queue, you go directly into the book. Well, what do you mean when you go directly into book? The books are all within you. There are great teachings. There are many authors and things that have written books, but the greatest author of the story is you. And those books are inside of you. Then you begin to seek from within. You begin to seek for information from within. And that information, that guidance, I walk this path. I seek my guides every day. My guides communicate with me on my path. And so what you see is me connecting. I'm the physical. You only see the physical form of me, but the spiritual form of me is in alignment with Source. And that is how I operate my life. And my life is operated on these 24 hours every day. So what I'm saying to you is that the thing is that you must have a relationship with yourself first before you can even become the wife, or you can become the daughter, or you become the sister, or you become the mother. In those positions, one must know themselves. And you say, well, I'm already a daughter. You're a physical daughter, but what about the spiritual daughter? What about the spiritual daughter? We operate in that. What about the spiritual daughter? What about the spiritual sister? What about the mother? Because the mother is what? The pen and the paper. What is the daughter? The daughter is the sword and the veil. What about the sister? The broken column. So you understand, because in every last one of those positions, we was in the matrix. We operated in those positions in the physical, and many of us was wounded in many of those areas. We were pressed down. We was wounded, we was abused. We went through so many different changes in our life that we didn't even know ourselves. We was performing to things on the outside, but we was never embracing those things of ourselves in the body of the female Messiah inside. And so this is why every position in the female Messiah is so important for you to know yourself. To know yourself in the female Messiah, because you hold such great power, you hold such great wisdom and great such sacred position that you hold. But one must first know themselves. You must know yourself as the Messiah, female Messiah, to be able to serve as a physical wife in those positions, because you are such great sacred being that you hold, and that there is leadership, authority, discernment, reflection, positions that you hold. And sitting on the throne and having the scepter must be righteous ruling. You can't sit on the throne and have the scepter and you don't know yourself, because you make judgments that's not righteous judgments. And I say that to you because it's so much needed to know ourselves. It is so much needed to know who you are as the wife. And in order to be the physical wife, you must understand the spiritual wife in the female Messiah. We're all messiahs. We are all leaders. We all hold those positions. But how do you operate in those positions? This is why it's so important that Grandma Charlotte wrote all this for us to know who we are. Yeah, we the physical wife. Yeah, we're a physical wife, but how we operating at in the physical, in the spiritual as the female Messiah? Do we understand the position and what we hold? How do we carry ourselves? How do we talk to our mate? How do we treat our mother-in-law? How do we treat our sister? How do we treat the daughter? How do we treat the widow? When we understand that, then we carry ourselves according to the body. But if we don't know that, then we're just like the body. The parts of the body are out of alignment. And when we understand that the position that we hold, the body moves back in alignment. Everyone can move in formation. You can't move in formation if you don't know yourself. You say, "Oh, I'm the position. I'm the widow, or I'm the wife. I hold this," but you have no knowledge of that at all. You have no knowledge of the female Messiah, of the position that she holds. You have no knowledge of the wife being the left arm in the throne and scepter. You don't I don't have that, but I'm the wife. But you have no knowledge of understanding the position that she holds and what responsibility that in that body that she holds, because she is of great value. She has to hold that. There's the left arm serves as a parts of the body. There are a lot of main organs and things that is attached to the left arm. Which part is the heart on? What part of the body is the heart on? So you have to understand, if she's the left arm, she's on the side where a lot of the major organs and things are. And how those organs and things that's on that part of that body affect the body. What part of the emotions that we deal with in that body that affect us as the wife, and how she carries herself. Some of the things that we face in life because the position on the left arm as the wife, and you say, I'm having this trouble. Well, then you look at that. You go and you review that. You say, that's the left arm. Then that means I have problems with wives. I have problems with respecting the female in that area. Those are areas that I have to deal with in my life in order, that I need to heal in those areas. That I'm having trouble with respecting mothers, and that those are areas in our life where the mother represents the head. She represents the head of the female body. So I'm having trouble respect. I can't stand my mother-in-law. Then that means you have a problem with the head. You have problems with the head, the pen and the paper. You have problems with authority. And so when you see yourself having a problem with authority, you see that you have that problem in the body of the female Messiah. So this is where it is so important for you to understand that you're not just having problems with certain people, but then, she's always a thorn. Like you say, she's a thorn in my side. So you say, well, she's a thorn in my side. What side? She's a thorn in my, I always get a pain in my left side when she come around. Again, that's the wife. That's on the left side, which is the part of the wife. Do you understand that? You go and review that. You review what's going on with the position of the wife. What's problems that you have discipline problems, that you have resentment problems, that there are things in your life that you need to balance, that you need to ground yourself, that you need to reflect. There are areas in your life that you need to forgive. You need to forgive people in your life that you have had so many different conversations with, that it's still, every time they come around, it's a pain there. That means it's showing that there is something in that area that you need to heal. You need to heal yourself. There's areas in that area that you need to forgive yourself. There are areas that you need to release in that area. That, you may not even be in a relationship with the individual that you was in a relationship with, but you still having that pain. You still having that when that person come, I can't stand for them. Are they going to be at the cookout? Then you don't want to even be around them. But that is a problem with the authority. And so, as we're saying, even with we're talking about the left arm. If you can see, all the organs are over here on the left side. One of the biggest muscles that we have that's on the left side is the heart. And so within the heart, you see that love is a major thing with the heart, right? And so we must understand the wife must know how to love, because that's a major part left side of the body, which controls a lot of the functions in the body. So I'm saying that. So when you understand that, your body, where you are in life. This is how you know where you are in the female Messiah. You're talking about the leg, and we would talk about, the problems with the leg. We talk about the daughter, the sword and the veil. So the daughter, which is the left leg. Okay, many of us have a lot of problems with the leg. Now let's look at that in the female Messiah. We talk about the left leg. So we say you got problems with your left leg. That means that you got problems. Who are you having troubles with your with the daughters, with your sister? You think but then you really compare that and you look at that, well, the position of the female Messiah. Then you start looking at the positions that the daughter hold, that the sister hold, and that you got the left leg and then your right leg, and you're just like, I'm having a lot of pain in my right leg. Then you go and review that as the right leg. So you said that is the broken column. There are areas in your life that you have been wounded in your body. You've been wounded in relationship. You've been wounded, and then you see that as the daughter. As the sister, that's the broken column. Where you've been wounded, you've been cracked. You've been cracked. You just been going like through your life journey, like emotions, like I've really been moving, but you're not really. You've been like, I use this. You've been putting on makeup. In other words, you've been putting on makeup and just to cover up all the wounds. But the deeper wounds are down there inside you, but you cover it up so nobody don't see it. But the leg is wounded, and the body is giving you the signals that, hey, there's a deeper healing that needs to be dealt with, so that you can heal. And so this is why the female Messiah is so important in our life, that each position that we hold, because we healing ourselves, heal the women out there, heal the mothers out there, heal the wives out there, heal the sisters out there, heal the daughters out there, heal the widows out there. But we have to heal in here first. The wife have to heal in here first in order for the wives out there to heal. But if she is so above this up here and not understanding why she's in the position, sitting in the position of sitting on a throne and the scepter, then she's not going to understand how it relates to those out there. Because first inside, then outside. And we must understand the power that we have to change, that we have the power to pluck up those seeds of programming that they have to keep forming their life like that. They have to keep forming their life in the illusional world as just like a robot just going like that. No, they are able to wake up out of the matrix, because you woke up. And you woke up out of the matrix. You answered the call. That opened the way for other women or wives to do the exact same thing. It changes the reality. I like that. What else? So as the wife, as we were reading about, and I was sharing about myself in the position that walking your divine purpose. I see myself, and I'm going to compare the two, walking in spiritual wife and then walking as a physical wife. So I'm talking about myself when I was the physical wife. I was subject to all trauma. I was subject to the broken column, abuse, disrespect. I had always had pain. So I'm just comparing myself to let you understand how I was the physical wife. Because see, in the physical wife, I didn't know myself. I only knew what I saw my mom as a wife, my aunties them. So that's all I knew. And so I was carrying myself that way. So I didn't have, as a physical wife, I didn't have to where I was in a good relationship, to where I was honored or respect for who I was. So I was comparing the two. So here I am as a spiritual wife. I am all love. All that I lacked over here, I have here. And I have that guidance system inside me. But over here, the guidance system probably was in there, but I wasn't able to tap into it. You understand? I wasn't able to tap into it. I felt like I was by myself. I felt like I was alone. I felt like, what the abuse and things that was happening to me was a normal thing that's supposed to happen. I was operating in the spirit of fear, which I was not letting people know. Happy New Day. I wasn't letting people know what was actually happening to me. I was going about my life journey. I have to put out a new sheet later. Okay. I was operating in going through life like normal, but I was in a spirit of shame, not wanting people to know what I was, Happy New Day, what I was experiencing. But the moment that I, change happened in me, the change began to happen in me. The moment the weeds started being plucked up out of the garden, the moment that those that were on my path was there, I have to put a new sheet out. The moment that those that were on my path, that I put on my path, the timing that they came into my life for me to start the healing process and begin to escape out of the cube or escape out of the matrix. And so that was happening to me. The more I began to get closer to those that were there of my physical guide, because I had a physical guide that came into my life. I had a physical guide that came into my life. My physical guide, she came into my life and began to give me love, began to encourage me. And so the physical wife and the spiritual wife, and as she began to encourage me, and her life was in the place to where I could see through the eyes what marriage was supposed to be, how the wife was supposed to be treated, how the wife was supposed to be loved. I was able to see that. I began to see that. But then even in that, I was still wounded. I was still wounded as a wife. I was still wounded. I was still hurting. And then the spiritual wife, all of this until that change of me being able to escape out of that. And that change came, that I walked out of that I was able to escape out of that, and I walked out of that and began to see myself in what happened to this? See myself in such a different way as I see myself now. And so when you hear me say, I am all love and all love is within me, that's not just me just saying that. All love is within me. I once was in a place to where when I was in that abusive state, all hate was in me. I was facing hate. I was hating things. I was hating the person that was doing those things to me. I was hating them. I was hating the life. I was hating it. But once I began, my God came in the physical form and began to show me love and began to tell me she loved me, pointing the way. I began to have that relationship. I began to see me. I began to heal. I began to trust myself. I'm just going to be honest with you. As the wife, you see the key. As the wife, I began to change myself. I began to change, and I'm just letting you know, in the wife position, that I began to change in that stepping in, letting go. How about that? I began to let go of it. I began to let go. I began to have those moments to where I would cry, because in the crying, I release. And my physical guide that was there for me, she wee hours of the AM, however, whatever time it was, she was there. I would call and she would pick up the phone. We would pray together. We would read scripture together, and she would just listen. She would let me tell her how I felt. How many of us have those? Because they are our physical guides. in our life, there are physical guys among us. So the guys they are physical. And I'm sharing with you that the wife in the physical and the wife in the spiritual. And I walked this path. Every step I took, I was taking off layers. Layers was leaving off of me. Layers of hurt. Layers of abuse. Layers of, I don't know how many years it was, but anyway, they were being taken off of me. That I began to see myself in the body. I began to see myself as love. I began to feel the love. I began to feel the change. I began to love myself because I had got to the point to where I wasn't loving myself. I was going through I didn't wear makeup, but I was going through the covering to where I was just look happy. I looked happy, but I wasn't happy. You understand? I looked happy as the wife, but I wasn't happy as the wife. Until I got where I am now in my life. And I'm grateful for this, because I'm saying this to you, that you can't be authentic until you heal from within. That is in the body of the female Messiah as well. Any position you hold in life, you can't serve that position wholeheartedly until you heal from within. You might not have faced an abusive relationship, but you've been through something. And trust me, you were in the matrix. You went through something. You went through something. It might have been child abuse. It might have been molested. You might have been whatever. It might have been a lot of those different things, you know? So, but you can't serve in those positions wholeheartedly until you heal, till you release. And then when you're releasing, you have respect for all those positions, and you can perform in those positions more with authority, in those positions, righteous authority. I say that to you, and I'm not just sitting here talking. I'm just being honest with you. Everything in my life that I have experienced, it was a change. I went through that for change to be where I am now. I'm all love, and all love is within me. I am all love, and all love is within me. I know that everything I went through was the experience, the life that God was experiencing through me. But there is also a time in my life that you have to understand that you are the one that take the responsibility for whatever happens in your life. I'm not saying that the individual, whatever, I'm saying me. I'm talking about me. I had the ability to get up and leave. I tried it. What are we talking about? Where are we going? I had the ability to get up and leave. I tried to leave several times, and I wasn't able to leave. I tried. I lied and said, my mom wants to see me. And I was in the car. Gets right there at my mom's house, and I tried to jump out the car. I couldn't jump out the car because the individual had my clothes like this right here, had me in the car to where I couldn't get out of the car. So I'm telling you, all that you have experienced when you were in the physical, that trauma, that pain, that hurt, you have to heal from that in order to serve in those positions in the female Messiah. Because those wounds and things, you can't serve righteously in those positions. You got to be free. Heal yourself. Heal yourself. Heal yourself. Forgive yourself. Release yourself. You have to. And that's where I am today. I can have compassion for those that are domestic violence. I have compassion for them. I can relate to them. I can relate to them. You can relate to somebody that may be facing cancer. Somebody that's facing cancer now can relate to others that are dealing with cancer. Or someone that has been molested can relate to someone that has been molested. You understand? So we can relate to that. We can have compassion for them. I know what you're going through. I know what you're facing. I've walked that path before, So I'm just saying that in the difference in the physical and the spiritual, in order to heal, in order to serve wholeheartedly, we have to heal. We have to heal. We have to heal. You know, don't be shamed. I went through being shamed. You know, I was ashamed that I got to the point, and I'm going to keep telling this story because I have nothing to be ashamed of. This everything I'm sharing is to help somebody on this path. I love that. Help me. I was ashamed. I went to work every day, going into the nursing home, working every day, to where I got to the point to where I couldn't take it no more. And I couldn't take it anymore. I was holding it. My heart got so heavy, my body got so heavy that I had just ended up, and I went into the nurse's office, and I just broke down and told her what I was facing. I told her everything that I was dealing with. And I just said, I just need somebody to talk to. And when I told her what I was facing and was going through, and because the individual would come to where I work at, come to pick me up, you know, he would come and get the check every time it was time for me to get paid. Come and get my check. You know, I was in that. Oh my goodness. But I'm saying that, you know how you take it until you can't take it no more. But I'm telling you, change. I plucked up those weeds out of my garden. I am growing every day. I am growing every day. You see Oracle Mother Yanis Lamel, I'm growing every day. Every day is a healing journey. Every day. That's why I have so much love for everyone. I have so much love for the females, for the male too. I have so much love for you. I know what it takes. I know where I've gone through. It's not an easy road to walk. Some of us are single mothers. Some of us are mothers that have been married more than one time and having to raise the children all by themselves. It's not an easy journey. But trust me, you can do it because I did it. You can do it. And not only that, your spiritual and physical guide is there guiding you. Oh, they there. Angels take on the form of physical beings just for you. And mine did. My angel took on a physical form just for me. She did. She did. She took on the physical form just for me, to be there to hold my hand and to guide me on my journey. You know, it's something that I can share. She just guided me. She guided me in scripture. She guided me on places that I needed to. She guided me on different languages to speak Hebrew and the alphabets and things and the days of the week. She guided me on understanding the true meaning of those days and the numbers and how the vibration comes from that. She guided me on that. She guided me on the Sabbath day. She guided me on the feast day. She guided me on all of that. She took on the physical form just for me. Just for me. She held my hand just for me. Just for me. So I share that with you. Just for me. So the wife. This is what makes a good wife. You are, and we don't even got to say a good wife. That's man's term with that stuff anyway. You are a divine being, having a divine human experience here in the heart. And the heart needs you. And a good wife, bad wife. No, the heart needs you. Your heart deserves you. That's it. It deserves you. So, I feel loved and amazed that each and every last one of us are growing in our garden. And let me just show my thing. I'm just going to talk a little bit before it's about time to get up. But I want you to see that. That woman on that screen right there. See that lady? That lady right there. She's not the same lady that was there yesterday. The lady right there that went through all that. She's growing. She's growing. She stepped outside our comfort zone. That lady right there. She's all love. This lady right here says there's nothing that you can't do in life. There's no place that you can't go. There's nothing you can't have. Look at her. The wounded heart is a healing heart. And I love every part of it. Every part of it. Guys come in different forms. So I wanted to share that with you. Thank you so much. Each and every last one of you for hearing my life journey, life story to where I am. So this went a little different than what I was going to share about. But healing is from within. Healing is from within. That's why I say I am all love. And all love is within me. I am. I am all love. And all love is within me. I am. I am. I am all love. And all love is within me. I am. I am. I am all love. And all love is within me. I am. Oracle, Mother Yanis Mel, Nutri-Prime Supreme, 1216 of the Messiah Code Movement in the Tuwalu tribe. That's why I do what I do. That's why I do what I do. That's why I love to do what I do. That's why I love giving back to the community. That's why. Because nobody can walk in my shoes, only me. And no one else can tell my story, only me. I'm the only one that can tell my story because I'm the one that was having the experience. That's why. That's why Tuwalu is here. Because I can tell my story. I can tell my story. Ashe. I'm the one that can tell my story. I'm here to tell my story. I am all love. All right, so gratitude. Ashe to everyone that's on the gratitude. I feel so much love in me right now. I feel just love bubble. I'm in a love bubble. Ladies, divine feminine energy. You are so loved. Creation. You are so loved. Goddess, gods, you are so loved. You are so loved. You are so loved. Sam, never forget that. Never forget that. You are so loved. Never forget that. Never. Okay. Never forget that. Let's do some announcements. Never forget that. Never forget you are loved. The announcement, December 21st, Love Day. Karen's Kitchen here, Charlotte, North Carolina, 200 plus that we will be feeding here in Charlotte, North Carolina. As I said before, shared before, love to have you to take part in that event, to come out and assist us, being a volunteer. If you would like to give a love donation, that's all good. You know what? Your love is good enough too. Your love is far greater than paper. I just want you to know that. Don't get caught up on that. I don't have nothing to say. Don't get caught up on that. Your love, sending love to the event and those that are serving in the event is far greater than you worrying about whether you have any money to give. I just want you to know that. We have also the Preakness Vacation coming up in January. You can set your funds aside for that because we're looking for a lot of, we want to have a great turnout for that. You would like to take part of that, please be on the lookout for that information as well. I'm in the process of working with my niece in getting a package together. She's a travel agent, to see if we can get a package together so we can get a group package together to where it would be, I think we would have a better a discount rate rather individual just paying. I think we can get a better package in that, an opportunity over there. Then we also have the 90-day water fast coming up again in February to May. That's an amazing thing to connect with all that you are, because water holds memories, and the ancestors we're drinking, connected with our ancestors, all that we are. So I'm grateful for that. Don't forget that we do have Prism Ministry and the Pen Pal Ministry. You can connect with us if you would like to take part in that as well. And I'm trying to make, don't forget about our website. We also have a website. The Walu has a website. You can look on the Walu's Facebook page, connect with that. But there's also, it's been posted on a couple of the podcasts, because I don't know it by heart. We do have Cash App, we do have PayPal, and we do have Zelle. If you would like to send a love offering, a love donation to help with any the things that we're doing, the book ministry, mailing books to the inmates in prison. You would like, not only those in prison, we send books out to those around the world that want to know about Messiah Code. So we do ship books. So you can purchase a book on Amazon, or you can purchase through the Messiah Code that you would like to send them a book about the Messiah Code. Not only that, real soon we'll have the book, The Female Messiah, coming out as well. So you can see the parts of the female Messiah and what she stands for, and the matriarch, that as well. So be on the lookout for that. We are doing great things here in the Walu. And what else? Don't forget to purchase the books, Lazarus Lamel books. You can find a whole list of them. Not only Lazarus Lamel books are on Amazon, but there is a lot of his music is on Amazon as well. You can get his music on Amazon. His music is on what is it? Apple Music. He has a lot of his music on there. So you can get his music, because he has a lot of music he has written, and we don't hear too many people talk about it. But Lazarus Lamel has a lot of music, y'all, that he has produced, and it has a lot of powerful energy vibration that you can use in meditation, that you can listen to while you're walking, that you can listen while you're out there working out. He has a lot of music. So, I don't see many people shouting, blowing a shofar about it, but I discovered it. So he has a lot of music. So I feel that it should be that, we should embrace it. That's gifts and talents that he has. And I think he's coming out with a class. He's getting ready to have an AI class on about AI. So be on the lookout for that. So he did a couple videos about it already. So be on the lookout for that. You want to get this teaching. You don't want to be left behind. Left behind is being under the old system, but your system has been rebooted, so you need to know how to function it, how to move it, how to maneuver it. And think that also we got what coming up. We got Thea on Tuesday, Ashita on Friday, the General, and you have me, Early Rise, every day, Early Rise. So the body of the Messiah. Hey, Wayne, Happy New Day. The body is, we are rising, we are growing, we are expanding, and you don't have to have, we are also a ministry without walls. So you can be a part of the Walu and be a part of this ministry. You don't have to be, how people say they building. We are a ministry without walls. So, you can be a part. That's why I say, wherever your heart is, you give. You give wherever your heart is. Whatever your heart is, you're going to give. That's what I do. If my heart is in it, I'm going to give it. Give. It doesn't only mean material stuff, but you can give the love. You know, I've seen where many people say, I've been following you for almost 5 years, but you've been following me for 5 years and you ain't sent me not one dime. You ain't sent me $1. You ain't sent me $1 that can help with buying something for, you know, to send to somebody in the jail. Nothing. But oh, you a great teacher. But wherever your heart is, see, your mouth got to connect with your heart. So if your heart and your mouth is not in alignment, then what are you talking about? They both got to work together. So I believe that the tree is known by the fruit that it bears. And so Lazarus has been around for a good while, and he's been speaking and teaching. How many of us give to the ministry? Wow. How many of us give to the ministry? And let me tell you something. There is no such thing as something too little. He uses paper. He uses ink. He writes books. I'm just going to keep it real. He writes books. He prints out shirts. He goes around the neighborhood of where he live at. He pass out books all the time. When you don't see Lazarus on the Facebook and stuff, he out there in the field doing stuff. So that's why I'm telling you, he's printing, he's doing things all the time. So why not give to help carry out what you believe or what you trust in? Because you're eating, let's help others eat too. Let's help others eat too. So I'm just saying that you know that the tree is known by the fruit that it bears. You eat of its fruit. Because when he come on, you're eating of the fruit. When I come on, you're eating of the fruit. When Thea come on, you're eating of the fruit. When Ashita come on, you're eating of the fruit. How many of you are willing to plant seed in what you're eating? Because when you're hungry, you go to the grocery store, you're going to buy some fruit, right? You can't just go in there, pick up the fruit and eat it and not pay for it. How many of you, from your heart, I'm just keeping it real, eating of the fruit? I've seen Lazarus in action. I've talked to Lazarus. Lazarus be out there just talking to the, he'll take the very shirt that he has on and give it to somebody, or the shoes. I've seen this. So I'm only sharing this from love, is that where your heart is, you'll give. You wanted to see it flourish. You want to see the garden, the flowers in the garden bloom. That's what you want to see. I mean, there are so many different, and I'm not comparing, but there are so many different people out there deceiving people, and yet you just want to keep giving. Because I'm going to put it to you like this. They're not deceiving you because your eyes open. You know exactly what they're doing, and your eyes are open. So I'm just keeping it real with you. That's why I do what I do, and I love what I do. I do what I do, and I love what I do. That's what I love to do. So I'm saying he used paper, he used ink, he got so much stuff he used. He make the crowns. He buy the things to make the stones. He does all of that. Where does it come from? Where does the money come from him to buy all those things? Anybody ever thought about that? Did he mails out the stones to people? He don't ask them for not one dime. But I'm bringing it up because I feel in my heart it needs to be said. We must be accountable for what we are doing and not doing. But yet we say we are a part of it. Anyway, I'm getting off. I got parents coming now. I am Oracle Mother Yanis Lamel Nutri Prime Supreme 1216 of the Messiah Code Movement in the Tawalu Tribe. And don't forget, we ship items and things to Gambia too. So if you say you love God and that you God and you work for God, let's get busy. Of the Tawalu Tribe. I am all love and all love is within me. Cool. Thank every last. Let me shout you out before I go. I gotta shout everybody out before I go. Happy New Day. Ooh, I love your hair. You cut it off. but it's pretty.
Thank
I love
you.
that. I love that little ball.
Love Lucky.
Didi, love you. Charity, shout out to you. Christina, love you. Lisa, love you. And whoever else I can't see, the ones that's on YouTube, shout you out. Happy New Day. I'm about to get off. Happy New Day. And have an amazing day. And have an amazing day. Let the light shine until we connect again. Coon.